Hello, everybody. So we figured out what's wrong. Which is great. We got a problem solved. But sadly, Kelly's iPhone can't update anymore. And that's why we couldn't join on our phone. So tragic times. But I am excited to coach her today on Zoom. And in any event, I also want to remind you guys, if you're not coming to the Facebook event, oh, hey, beautiful. If you're not coming to the marketing conversion one-on-one, if you're not coming to that tonight, I would just highly recommend it. Totally up to you guys. But if you sign up, you can get the replay link as well. And I essentially just want to help save you guys time because I worked so much. I did the math, Kelly, and I worked 1,800 hours doing not the most effective type of marketing last year. Now, again, my business is still able to grow, but there are way better ways to do it. And I just want to help you guys to not make the mistakes I did. I feel like that's literally everything I've done in business. I'm like, let me help you to not do what I did. And I'm like, because your life will be easier. So that is what we're doing tonight. Would love to have you guys. Kelly, I think you're going to come or at least watch the replay,
Yes.
which is fun. And let's get started with the coaching. I was like, we got a solid 40 minutes here. So what would you like some coaching on for your business today?
Let's see. So there's the two parts of it. The first part is the essay, the
Yes.
college essay, right? That's good. I'm already halfway full for July.
That's so exciting.
It's very exciting. So that's good. So now I'm working on, I've called it the effective learner. Like the whole thing is the
I love
effective
that.
academic coaching. Yes.
Oh my God.
That's like that thing, the big thing. And then there's the effective learner, which is the organizing, and effective college app and essay is the college side.
Oh my God. Effective. I love the word effective. It's so clear and just so good. Effective college or essay and app
Yes.
and application. I love this. I cannot believe you're already halfway full. But I totally can. I take that back. It's just literally this business is gold. Like when we were talking about it, I was like, yes, just yes, this is it. So tell me within this, what were you looking to work on today?
Well, all right. So the effective learner, when you and I first met, I think I had one student.
Okay.
Now I have four. It's better than one. I guess I need to figure out how to get more people.
Yeah.
I've been working on my like I guess lesson plans. I've been working on my curriculum and everything, so I haven't been sitting around wasting time. I've sent my emails and my text messages to. This probably has to do with what you're talking tonight. I've sent text messages. I've sent emails to my people, letting them know what I'm doing in addition to the college essay. But I don't know if I need to follow back up. I don't, and report cards go out today, so I'm assuming that could be a good thing too.
Yes, absolutely. What a perfect time for us to meet. So the college essay, what is full for you again? Remind me.
So the college essay part. So that's
I'm
full.
saying how many students can you take at one time?
I'm gonna do 15.
15. That's why I was like, it was either 12 or
Yes.
15. I couldn't remember. So
Yes.
how many students do you have already for July?
I've got well, my son and my nephew don't count, but including them, I've got 10. So minus
Oh
them, I've
my
got 9.
God.
I've got yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
know.
insane. And now we just have to find 11 more students for you
Right.
to work with right now. Now, what we
Right.
want to do is we want to think about what I like to do is I like to think about my unique skill sets. So I like to think about for me, I know I can help with the marketing, the sales, there are different we talked about the pillars. So
Right.
I want you to think about who is looking to help their kid with the organization piece and effective learning right now.
Well, I would think anybody. I mean, anybody that doesn't have straight A's, right?
Anyone that doesn't have straight A's, okay?
Right.
What are those parents doing right now to look for support for their kids? Are they your friends still, or are they they're obviously your friends, but we're gonna expand your reach to I'm thinking like tutoring centers, like places that are doing that kind of thing. Like,
Right.
where are they looking for help to get their kids organized?
And that's the thing. I don't think they realize that the reason their kids aren't doing well is because they're not organized.
I
They
know.
think that their kids aren't doing well because they're playing video games. These kids, they don't know why their kids aren't doing well.
And that's where there are some pieces like when I first started coaching, people thought that it was like a multi-level marketing thing. And I'm like,
Mhm.
no, it's like therapy, but it's future focused. So there's a piece where we have to educate our audience on the importance of what we do. So like, and that was like I spent like a while just like talking about like, hey, this is why like a lot of therapy is past focused, coaching is future focused. We do a lot of like thinking about the future, talking about the problems that are going on right now versus problems like in your past. So if you're thinking about these people, we need to kind of educate them as to the importance of it. However, I do think that by talking about effective learning and organizing, I think that is you almost have like a self-explanatory like you don't really need to educate your audience because that's close enough to being self-explanatory. You know what I mean? So
Right.
these parents are spending so much money on tutors and things like that, but they see that what we talked about last time is like their stuff is in disarray. They've got like
Mhm.
they keep forgetting stuff. They see that. And so we just need to speak to like what the parents' goal is and what they're envisioning for their students, like having things together, making sure that they've got um everything organized, knowing how to take notes, knowing how to do test taking. And I would say at like if we think about like and some people call them pain points. I just don't like to think about solving problems with pain. I like to think about more like goals. Like, what are their goals? I think it's just like a way better positive reframe. So it's like their goals are that they want their, and what we were talking about last time, if people didn't see this, it's like their grades will go up. They will confidently conquer
Right.
tests. Their retention will improve. Their time spent studying will they'll be diligent. So when you when you talked with your friends about like the emails and texts that you sent them, what were you
Mhm.
talking about in those with them?
So I just said, it just was something. So I first started with my past clients, my essay clients that I've
Perfect.
been working with. And I said, hey, just wanted to let you know I've expanded. In not only am I doing college essay and application, I'm also helping with organizational skill, organization, study skills, test taking, and note taking skills. Let me know how I can help.
Okay. And note taking. And none of them or three of them decided to work with you?
Yes.
Okay. Who
And I've got two that are like, ooh, this is great. And
okay.
so I've followed up with one and haven't heard back. And the other one, I need to follow up. Like I said, today, either today or tomorrow, report cards come out. So
Okay. So then
I
that will
probably
be
should send
really
a
good.
little, hey, right.
Hey, I know it's report cards coming out. And like I would say that maybe like what we're talking about, like organization and things like that, like
Mhm.
maybe we just need to talk more to the result. Being like, hey, like I'm looking to like help your student to like test taking versus like get better grades. Do you hear the
Mhm.
difference? It's like, oh, it's like I want to
Mhm.
help them to get better grades. I want to help them improve their retention. I want to be like, I want to help them with the whole learning process versus I want to teach them how to study. Like, so I
Okay.
think you're talking maybe to like the problem or like the problem versus the result that they want.
Okay.
So I think it's just a quick reframe. I think that you've got those people. How many people are on your list right now?
Um, I don't know. Is that bad not to know?
No, that is a thing that maybe we should like. I think a next step could be like making a list of all the people that you talk to, like emails, things like that. Like I have a list of like 92
And I have
people.
yeah, I probably have about that. I have a whole piece of notebook paper filled on 2 columns
Perfect. Okay, so
of
how
however
many
many lines, however many that is.
incredible. Okay, so how many people have you talked to?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10, 30, let's say.
Okay, so from 30 people,
Mm-hmm.
reaching out to 30 people, that got you 3 new, 2 maybes. So what we can think about, if you like, this is how I like to, this is what we're talking about tonight, is your
Oh, good.
conversion
Okay.
rate and the energy it takes behind the conversion rate. Okay. So it's like when you're thinking about the people that you're talking to, it's like, okay, so for every 30 people, I can on average expect to get maybe 3 new people. Right. So it's
Right.
like if you've got 90 people, if your goal is to get 11 more students. So it's like if we've got a goal to get 11 more students, we want to think about what your conversion rate would be. So I would say that this is what we're going to call like a loose conversion rate for you. And it just mean a conversion rate just means that like you're taking someone from like a potential, like just a friend to like a client.
Okay.
So your conversion rate is currently, I talk to 30 people and I get 3 new people. That's like an
Right.
stupid high conversion rate, by the way. Like that's great.
Oh,
This is really,
oh,
really
good.
exactly. Like I'm saying that like we could talk, like we want to reframe, like it's like to like, I want to help improve grades for the is this third quarter?
Yeah.
Report
Third
cards.
quarter.
Are they getting, so they're getting the report cards for the second quarter? Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, you could say you could do it because you're working with high school students. Do they go by semester or quarter? Like, do they finish?
Quarter still.
Okay, so they finish like a whole class in a quarter.
Sort of. Not really. I mean, that's all year, and it depends what school you go to. Some schools, generally, I deal with Broughton, so they're all year long.
Okay, then I would say that you could say finish the third quarter semester, depending on the kid. You can say or finish the year strong.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like
Right.
if it's an annual school semester, it's quarter. I want to help them improve grades for the fill in the blank. It's like,
Right.
because that's what you do. And then it's like, then you also help them to retain what they're like, um, improve their retention. And um instead of enjoy the learning process, something about the learning process.
Not enjoy, but
Be
be
productive.
more confident.
Yep. Productive, confident, learn and learners.
I
Because
guess effective. I guess I could throw effective in there too, couldn't
I
I?
was thinking that I was like, you want to save that. It's like, I want to
Okay.
help. It's like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm adding a new program called the effective, and you do like, it's like, no, we want to start with how you can help them. So, hey, I wanted,
Hey.
you know what I mean? It's like we always start with
Yeah.
how you can help them, and then being like, it's called confident learn. It's like, so it's like, I want to help. It's like, I want to see if you wanted to help. Um,
Your student.
yeah, your student, or like if you know their names, you can
Hmm.
say names. I would say names over your student
Okay.
because you know them well enough. You know what I mean?
Right. I think. I think I know all these people's kids' names. I can figure
Yeah.
it out. I
Or
can
it's
figure it
like,
out.
yeah, okay, perfect. So it's like, hey, I just wanted to see if you could help, if you want help with improved grades implies that you already know, like that they're not getting great grades.
Right.
So it's like we want to, I don't want to like offend people with that. Like be like,
Oh yeah, that's true.
it's like needs some organization help this semester. I've seen the clients that I've been working with improve their grades, where I take out the improve their grades. And we're just gonna take out all this.
Okay.
Improve their retention, and actually, like, as you will say it the way you'd say it, like you want to write it the way, and
Right.
actually
Right.
become even more confident even more confident. I just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
like learners, it sounds like you're selling them a program. You're just like offering to help them. We won't be
Right.
like, hey, we're assuming that you're selling them. It's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I've seen it work. Would you like that?
Okay.
You see what I mean? Like it's just different.
Yep.
Like, so it's like, hey, I wanted to see if your student needs some organization help this semester. I um this semester I've seen clients I've worked in would that be would that be something you're looking for?
All right. Yeah, then they have to answer me back.
And then they have to answer you back, and then you can be like, awesome, it's like awesome, or it's like amazing, like whatever you want to say. It's like I just put together a whole program to take them through the next 6 months, and I'm calling it the confident or the effective learner, which I love.
Right.
Learner, and wanted to see, or it's like, do you want to hop on a call
There you
and
go.
talk about how we could tweak, or you could say individualize it or customize it for blank, whatever the
For
kid's name.
Johnny. Okay.
For Johnny. Oh,
Sweet little Johnny.
sweet Johnny. But isn't that like, do you see how like that's just like a way
Yes.
you can like just be like, hey, here's what we're doing.
Right.
I don't know, help your student. If it help, oh, I see where I said. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see if you wanted to help blank with some organization.
Or just some like to make it more broad, like just some like a like academic coaching, or just some more,
Yeah, I like that.
you know what I mean? Because I feel like the people I've been talking to are like, I mean, are you sort of like a coach? I'm like, yeah.
Yes, you are a coach. That's literally what you do.
Exactly
Okay.
what I am.
It's actually okay. I want to see
Something like that. So it's more
I
general than
love
just
that. That's so good. Um, because they're so organized.
Yeah.
They actually, did I already say actually?
I don't think so.
Said it right here. And become more confident because they actually know how to organize themselves without me something you're like, you see that?
Yes.
Like they actually know how to organize themselves. Beautiful. I love this. Okay.
Yes.
And then
I do too.
beautiful. Okay. Amazing. And
Thank you. That's very helpful.
yeah. So that is I like I'll say current leads. Okay. So without even having that, you converted 30 people. I bet your conversion rate's even higher. I bet it will be.
Maybe.
Such,
Okay.
but for now, that's like a stupid high conversion rate. You literally, how long did it take for you to, and this is for everybody who watches this. How long did it take for you to talk to 30 people and send them this?
I mean, 5 seconds. I mean, it took me probably 10 minutes to do the text. And then it probably took me 10 minutes to come up with the people to, come up with contacts and get through my phone. I mean, let's say the whole shebang took 40 minutes.
Oh my God. And you got 3 new clients.
Mm-hmm.
I also tell you that I worked 1,800 hours to try and post on Instagram, and I got 4 new clients. 1,800 hours. I worked a full 40-hour work week doing the wrong kind of marketing. This is the right kind of marketing. Fun fact, it's called interactive. We'll talk about it tonight, but it's called interactive marketing versus outbound marketing. What's like you to see people on social media, writing blogs, doing all this stuff, have a website, all the things, which are good. And we will add that to your business, but you don't even need it to sign all the people. Like, I think you could literally hit 100K, not even having any social media presence. Now we want to get you a social media presence, but I'm like,
Sure.
people are like spending so much time doing the wrong kind of thing. This is the right kind of, you're doing it perfectly. Okay. So this is amazing. Now your conversion rate, what we'll do is like, I have a list of people that I like did consults with, and I'll show you. So this is how I did it is, here we go. I'm very intense about my tracking. Oh, not this. No.
Well, it's important to be, because like right now I sort of started writing down who I sent a text to, sort of didn't, kind of maybe. Like I need to get better at that.
It'll get better, but like I have a list of all the people I did a consult with. It was like just too long. So this is all the people I did a consult with. And then I talked about the source that I found them through, and they were mostly word of mouth. That's WOMS. So it's like all these people get word of mouth, and I'm spending all my time on Instagram. Need to change my approach. And I will still do Instagram, but it's like, y'all. And I think everyone's just doing that. So literally you took 40 minutes. Okay. Our goal is to get 11 more. So, and we'll say 40 minutes. Okay. And you said you got 90-ish people on your list right now. And we could get, and the purpose of outbound marketing is to go out and get more. So you could go to tutoring centers and things like that, but I don't think you even need to. So,
and I haven't even gone through my phone yet. Those are just people off the top of my head. Like I haven't gone through my Christmas card list. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God, Kelly,
those are just people that I just were like, oh yeah, Julie has a young kid. Oh yeah, she's got a young kid. So I haven't even, like, I need to sit down and make a list of the people. That's what I really need to do.
Just make a spreadsheet. Make a spreadsheet.
And then to make a spreadsheet of the people.
Google spreadsheets are great. I'll make them for you. I'm like,
oh, thank you.
Yeah, I have first name, first, last, kid, and then the first date added, like the date that you add them, and then the last convo, like last time we talked, notes. So if they say something back, and then so the source would be like, I found him on Instagram. All your people are going to be word of mouth.
Okay.
So, and by the way, word of mouth is like word of mouth, or and you could write in the like, it's like friend of friend of Dow from whatever, you know, but literally like it's gonna be ridiculous. I'm so it's like Kelly's lead tracker, and you just keep a list of them, and like literally so you forget about these people that you could totally help. Like all these people who are in your inbox, like they don't even know it, but they could not need you, because I don't like that word, but like they want you desperately.
Right.
I wish you would be
around. It truly is. And it's helping so much, and I'm doing it with my own, and it's so very difficult to tutor your own kid, but
it's still working.
It really works. It's working. He hates it. I have to pay him to listen to me, but that's okay. It's working.
It's okay. It's working. It's working. So within that, okay, so if they're looking to educate, so it's like, and like we just kind of talked about that here. It's like, what are they looking for? And then we're going to educate them, because that's why they want it. Okay, so if you've got a conversion rate of 30 people, that means that if you've got, let's say, like 90 people right now, well, let's just do it. Okay, so let's just assume that the two maybes are not guesses right now. Let's just say
Okay.
30 for 3. That means that you need to, in order to get 11, that's like, you do this like 4 more times. Because that would be 12.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So it's like
That makes sense.
every time that you talk with 30 people, you get 3 is what we're assuming. Now, it could
Okay.
be higher, it could be lower. And that's what business is. A lot of the time, it's like literally just like, this is my best guess based on what I know right now. And this is the formula I'm going to put in place. And it's like a science experiment. And you're like, okay, this is a variable where it's like, we can add social media, we can add a website, we can add all this stuff later to see if that increases traction. But I don't think you need to right now. So it's like, if we do that 4 times, if you talk with 30 people within the next, so let's say that would mean that you would need 120 more people to talk to.
Right.
Do you think that you have all those people potentially in your audience right now?
Yes.
Kelly,
I really do.
I don't think you understand how few people I talk to have the confidence that you do. Like,
Well, it's because I'm old and I know a lot of people.
no, it's because you created an offer that's like very valuable. And also that, like, I want you to consider that every person that you've talked to in the past has, like, you've built a network that's very, they say like your network determines your net worth, which I don't know if I love that sentiment, but like,
Right.
I think it's gonna be a good
Do
thing
you hear
for
my
you.
dog? Sorry.
I do. I can't hear that well. It's like not too bad. So
Okay, good.
okay, so we got 120 more people to talk to. I think that if you were to do that, I think you would be able to fill out this for the next 6 months.
Okay.
Now, the only thing that I see is that there's an overlap. So it's like within the 6 months that you're working with them now versus the 6 months that you'd be working with the college app people, how, and I would say just doing the same thing, like creating something like this for the college application people. That's all you
Right.
do. But with the overlap, that would mean that like if you, let's say you could do this literally today, like you could talk to 120 people today, and
Yeah.
the sooner you do it, the better. I just love that you have no mental drama about this. Like so many people I talked to, I was like, oh my God, I can't. And it was like, no, you literally just, you have something good and it can help people. So within that, if you can, that would mean that they're going from February to August.
February for tutoring for the
Yeah.
academic coaching stuff. So they're going till I'd say the end of May. February till the end of May.
Very,
Right?
4
Yeah, because
months.
school's out in June.
4 months.
4 months.
So we're just going to change this program to 4 months.
Okay, perfect.
So instead of you having a curriculum for 6 months, just make it for 4 months.
Right.
Yeah. Now, let's say contingency plan. Could you come up with 150 people to talk to? Worst case scenario?
Probably. I'm sure I could. I mean, between myself and my sister, I mean, she could help me fill in the
Perfect.
places too.
And so then that would mean that literally to sell out. And okay, so that means what's 40 times 4? 160 minutes. That's like 3 hours, right?
I could do it. Yeah.
You can do it. Yeah, it's 2.5 hours.
Yep. I can do it. And then honestly, with the college stuff, I don't even want to advertise that because I have absolutely nothing.
No, I'm saying that
so
like
I'm not.
So if you think about your year, like what I like to do is I like to think about my launches and cycles. So that's essentially what you're doing is you're launching 2 different products, which I would not, anyways, watching this right now, I do not recommend it unless it's something like this that is very niche and specific. Like that is like something that's like, yeah, like makes sense for you to have a niche. That's like for you to do a 4-month and a 6-month cycle. And you can start selling it in, Yeah, sorry. I'm like very weirdly organized. Okay, I'm just gonna not do that. But it's like if you think about your selling cycles, if so what most businesses call this is a launch cycle.
Okay.
So your business runs in 6-month launch cycles.
Hmm.
So if you think, and I do need this, I need the months of the year. So, but within that, it's like when I am running my business, I put in like every month of the year, I'm like, okay, what am I doing to prepare myself for the next year or for the next month? So it's like a little bit easier. So what you can do is now you essentially have for your two businesses, you just have a very clean launch cycle. So it's like, I would say that in December, you are really essentially your colors are just gonna, well, you can just use these colors, but like
Okay.
I would say that in November, you start seeding and like talking with people about preparing them for your program for the
Okay.
organization. December, you can kind of like take it easy and just kind of like have that list of people. And then January would be when you'd be starting.
Right.
So here, actually, I'm just gonna keep these colors. It's like, so it's like November, talking with new, and what we call it, we're gonna call it the EL and the EE. So
Okay.
learner and effective essay. So
Okay.
L clients, and then doing consults with new EL clients. And you can even say like we're gonna say onboarding EL clients. And then they'd be finishing up in May
Right.
with, and I would just say that your EL in the future, make it 5 months
Okay.
of the school year. Or you could start it in December, but I feel like no one wants to start things in December.
No, nobody wants to start anything in December. That's too
Yeah.
much.
And you could even do consults in November and just get them to pre-sign up, do a deposit.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. I'm like, here's a deposit. And if you already have like some worksheets and things like that, be like, the second you put your deposit down, I save your spot at whatever time you choose, and then you'll get worksheets in advance. And I'll
Okay.
talk to the student through what to do with them. That's what I'm doing. Or you could just say just to save your spot because you're gonna be in high fucking demand. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna be in very high demand. People are gonna be fighting for these spots.
I bet they are.
I
They
know
probably already are.
they definitely, if you have 150 people that you could potentially talk to, they're
Mhm.
absolutely already like they don't even they just didn't know that this was a thing that you could even do. So then you'll
Right.
have
That's
like,
the thing. People don't even know. They have no idea what this even.
I
They're
know,
just starting to hear about it, and then
yeah,
they're like, "Oh,
I know. And so it's like this is just like EL, and then you'll finish with the EL students. When do you
right."
want to start with the EE, the effective essay?
In July.
So on boarding EL or EE
Right.
clients. So I'm just gonna bold the EE, and
Okay.
it would be also finishing with EE students, right?
Right.
Okay. Is that actually 5 months? One, two, no, six.
Is
Five.
it? Yeah.
Okay, so this is when you'd be finishing with the EL students and also
Right.
talking. It's nice because it's like they're both orange with
Oh, that is nice.
EE clients. It's like these are the prospective people that you're like, okay. And then in June, before everyone leaves for summer, you can be like
Right.
doing consults with the
Hmm.
EE clients. And
Exactly.
it's so high in demand that you like are like, here's a link, pay me. So you have
Exactly.
consults eventually.
And then
But
what's great about the EE kids is in the summer, it's all virtual because they're all on vacation.
I think you should do all virtual forever, just from what I
I
understand.
know, but how do I love punching the holes and organizing the I know eventually I need to do that.
Like that you can also, yes, but yeah, you
I
can.
love the hole punching. I love the label makers. I love all of that stuff. That's
I love that
I
too.
know, I
I'm like,
know,
I'm
I
such a,
know.
Well, now I've just like made it so like I'm virtually hole punching for people. I'm like,
See, I might just do that. I might
because
just
that's
virtual hole punch.
and also the world is going virtual, but I'm like, instead of like writing in people's calendar, I'm like, let me like make your Google Calendar for you instead of like
Oh,
creating yeah, like just a fun thought. Instead of like making
yeah.
folders, I'm making folders in their Google Drive. They'll call it
That's
that.
actually genius.
I'm a genius. Yes, you're welcome. I think it'll
Oh,
save
that's
you so
really
much time.
good.
And that's where the world is going, and they can take this everywhere, and they will have this forever. They will have,
And that my EL kids are not driving, most of them. So the parents have to bring them to me
which is a pain in the ass that you are now avoiding.
because I'm not going to anyone's house. I've done that as a nightmare. Everybody gets involved, and I don't like
Nope.
that.
And then this
Yeah,
is better for them for college too, because
yeah,
and now they don't have to carry stuff. They just have to carry one laptop. They know how to organize it.
yes. Oh, you're a genius.
Thank you. Like
Create Google calendars.
that's what I do. I'm like I also like organizing and like being very like involved. And now I just do it through a screen versus in by hand.
Oh, yeah.
And then like I also make it a requirement for my clients. I'm like, you have to have a Gmail account. Like
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
and you can just be like, make sure they're right with their Gmail account and technology. You can have that as a part of like just something that you tell people and be like,
right.
and tell them that like even though they're going to get a Gmail account for college, that first off, they're going to know how to use it. Second off, my Gmail account for NC State got deactivated. So it's
Oh,
good to have all those resources in another place because
right.
now I don't have my Gmail account, which was really sad.
That is
And
really
also
sad.
Disney, it took an hour and a half to get back Disney because they were like, your email changed. Your email's not allowed to change. And I was like, well,
It
screw that.
did.
It was great. It was a good time. This is
It's a
such a
good
good
time.
plan, Kelly. This is such a
Oh,
good plan.
thank
And now
you.
you
This is
know,
so helpful.
because now you can just see, oh, it's a very clean launch cycle. And I'll make your EL students, I'll make them like italicized. So it's like you can just see the difference, but it's like,
Right.
no, it's just easy. Now you literally
It
just
is
go and
easy.
you're like, oh, I know exactly when I'm going to talk to people. You could have a
Yes.
list if you want. Like when you,
Hmm.
'cause I have a feeling that you're going to be very full. So I would talk to people about a wait list and tell them
Okay.
like, because it's like, okay, so I have a feeling willing to put some money on it that more than 12, 11 people are going to come to you.
Probably.
So
And
what's
like I said, especially now, since now it's starting the second
the
semester.
Mhm. So how are we gonna what are we gonna do with them? Do you want to like take them on?
What the people,
Mhm.
I don't know.
So maybe we could start like a wait list, like you can join with me next year.
Yeah.
I think it works.
Well, I like that.
Yeah. And be like, here's a wait list. And just start a wait list and be like, hey, like I'm so sorry I booked up, but like I would love to work with your student next year.
Right. And then that's when I could start to dabbling with, because I'm scared of virtual stuff. Internet scares me, but then I can start dabbling with that. You know, if I didn't have to meet people in person, it would be, I could get a lot more kids in there.
So don't be scared of that. You're killing
Okay,
it.
fine.
This is so good. This is so good, Kelly. I love this and I love you.
I
And
love you
I
too, Miss
really do think,
Wayne.
of course. I'm like, I'm cursing all the time. Now, like you're here, like me like cursing and stuff. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I love this. Sorry, I like rescheduled a client. But I'm gonna
No, don't
email
reschedule anybody.
and I will I'll send this to you and I'll put these notes in. I'll upload this to oh, I didn't mean to stop sharing.
Hey,
Hey, I will put this on YouTube and then I'll put it on the Facebook group so other people can see this too. But this is
perfect.
awesome. I'm so
Thank you.
excited for you. Please let me know if
Oh,
you have any
thank you.
questions at all.
I'll do
And
it.
I will see you
I'll see you tonight.
today or tonight. You'll see me tonight.
Yes, I'll see you tonight. Thanks,
All right.
Megan.
Of course. Bye, beautiful.
Bye.